Alright, I'm back in the garage and I've started working on replacing the turbo with the IS38, bigger turbo. So I'm super excited to get that in and see how it performs. I'm sure I'm going to love it. My last GTI had the APR KO4 turbo on it, and it felt really nice. I really liked the performance of that car. So kind of hoping to recreate some of the enjoyment of driving that car and making this one so that I can enjoy it all the same. So anyways, let me show you what I've got going on so far. So currently all I've done is I've taken the plugs off of the coil packs here. Got the downpipe loosened, got the intake pulled off. Just need to take this piping out, the charge pipe, and start working on taking off some of the coolant lines, and probably pulling these out so that I can just pull the turbo out from here and drop the new one in. Ideally, everything's been going pretty smoothly so far, thankfully. And so I'm gonna jack the car up and then crawl under there and start loosening everything from below. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I got the original turbo out, the IS20. Okay, I got my light turned on. So this is the back firewall side of the turbo. So you can see there's the flange there. So overall everything came out pretty easily. This was the biggest pain in the butt because it's against the firewall. And you gotta kind of reach back there and try to pull the coolant line out. But I got it. And then once I got it to the bench, I ran into this problem. And so this seized. This is the top here. That's the top coolant line. Or side, whatever you want to call it. The oil goes in the top and the coolant goes in the side. So I would say this is the top one, this is the bottom one, or front and back. Anyways, as I was trying to get this out, it just completely seized in there, and unfortunately the flange broke off, and I'm still unable to get that out of the turbo. So I'm gonna have to try to find a new one of these, and yeah, wish me luck. I guess we'll find out later on in the video if I can find a replacement and how long it took to get it, because I want to put my IS38 turbo in as soon as possible. So this is what it looks like with everything removed. You can see I took out the actuators here to give myself a little more room to pull the turbo out. I was able to finagle it out past the downpipe. It's pretty flexible, so you can kind of move it out of your way. There's a bracket that I left in, which probably made it a little more difficult, but I was still able to get it removed without destroying everything up here. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. There's one actuator and one coil plug still left in there because that's out of the way. So once I get that that new coolant return line, or whatever it's called, and then I'll be able to finish everything up. But for now, I'm just gonna put everything back together the best I can while I wait for that part to arrive. So if you need to remove this radiator line here, which you will need to remove it in order to remove the turbo, then I would go ahead and get yourself an aluminum coolant inlet adapter. I'll put a link to this in the description as well, because mine was broken. Yours might be as well, and if it's not, it more than likely will break eventually. So just go ahead and get the aluminum one. It was 20 bucks. Some of them are 30 from like ECS Tuning, and they look fancy, but I have yet to try this one, so we'll see. I highly doubt it will leak, but you know, save the $10 and get this one if you want. There's also a cheaper one, but this one I could get the next day, so I didn't have to wait because I'm impatient. Anyways, I'll give you an update on that. Sorry I didn't have this out. I put this in and then I realized I didn't make a video about it, but this is the old one. It's broken. They sell aluminum ones on Amazon, so go get you one. So this is what it looks like with the turbo removed, and I just replaced this gasket for the coolant line, and then this gasket as well for the oil line. And so this one wasn't too bad. Of course I ripped it trying to get it out. It's still pretty rubbery, but this one was real bad. It was very flat and very dirty. It'll be nice to replace that one for sure. And then all I gotta do is plop that turbo back in there and bolt it down and connect all these lines back up to it and torque everything down and start it and see if we don't have any leaks. So this seized up inside the old turbo, I imagine, probably because it has 150k miles on it, and this got rusted and corroded and fused together, and the whole thing kind of broke. And I tried to twist and pull this thing out, so it ended up breaking, and I was worried about finding a new one, but I ended up finding one locally, so I got the new one put on, and looks pretty good. If you have the same problem, this is the part number here, and hopefully you can find one locally so you don't have to wait several days to finish your project. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Just a quick update. I just kind of put this in. It's not screwed down or anything, and I just have been putting some of these tubes back on, and I put this one on, but nothing's bolted down yet. And I need to put these actuators back in, and then my coil packs, and then put the plugs back in, and then put some new radiator fluid in, and we'll be good to go. So give it a test start and see if we don't have any oil leaks or radiator fluid leaks. I don't think I will, but you never know. So we'll see. Okay, got everything put back together on the new IS38 turbo put in, and I have started it, kind of let some of the oil and radiator fluid burn off the downpipe and the turbo and whatnot. So got the tune installed with the cob access port, and it's an EQT IS38 stage 2 tune for 93 octane, so it should be pretty quick. I guess we'll find out. Alright y'all, I've had probably a couple of months of driving on the new IS38 turbo install, and I definitely highly recommend it. I ended up finding my turbo on eBay for right around 550 bucks, shipped to my door. And it was the Golf R turbo, so it had about 65,000 miles on it. And so I just felt like having an OEM turbo would be my best bet. And then I went with the EQT tune for the car after getting the turbo installed. And the power is just amazing. The way it comes on, the way it feels, pulling through the whole RPM band. It's a lot of fun. It puts a big smile on your face every time. So if you've done an intercooler, downpipe, intake, all of that fun stuff, then go ahead and get yourself an IS38 turbo, because you won't regret it.